You might have thought it was too late to find any new deductions with April 15th just a week away. Not the case. We have some for you. Certified financial planner and all-around good guy, Joe Gallagher from LPL Financial is here. He says, think again. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, Mike. Let's talk about some of the things that people may forget about when it comes to last-minute deductions.
Sure. Well, let's start from there. I mean, obviously, it's best to start in October. Definitely December 31st, get this stuff in order. But at this point, you can still look for some small things out there. Big things, child care expenses. You can get anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 of a deduction for there if you work for yourself or.
So say if you work from home, but your kids are in the house, you're doing both at the same time. Is that a gray area, or is that possible?
It is gray, and I would sort of consult an accountant at this point. But usually that still would be covered for most people, but it's a little bit gray. And then other things you can still look for is investment advisor fees. If you use somebody to help you manage your money, a lot of those are deductible. And then there's things you can still do, too. Like by April 15th, you can still contribute to an IRA or a Roth. And that can be anywhere from $5,500 to $6,500. A Roth grows tax-free, but in the IRA you actually get the deduction. And then the big thing is the health savings account. With the Affordable Care Act, one of the things that have been more popular now is people having their own health care plans.
Right.
And those you can deduct that, and that grows tax-free. That's one of these things that are missed often, and that's anywhere from $3,250 to $6,450 for a family.
That's in $3,250.
32. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, $3,250 to $6,040. And if you're over 55, that goes up to $7,450 for a family.
So when you do the deduction, that goes against your pre-tax income, so it lowers your actual what you made, and that can help.
Exactly. And if you're in the 25% bracket, say you can find a $5,000 deduction, that's $1,250 in your pocket.
Yeah.
And that's why the retirement plans make a lot of sense. It's money you're giving. Think of it that way. It's money you're giving to yourself instead of the IRS. The last thing is a lot of people still like to use the standard deductions, but the magic number nowadays is right around $12,000. If you have more than $12,000 of itemized expenses, good to do it at this point in time.
One of the deductions, instead of the standard deduction, is easy because you just do it. But coming up with the receipts, I think, is what scares people, right?
Well,
what are some of your suggestions on making sure you can either keep track of your receipts, or are there some receipts that you don't have to keep? Do you have to keep everything?
No, like a lot of stuff. Like obviously any type of IRA contribution, the company you're working with, the health savings accounts, the company you're working with, a lot of these things will be kept. And mortgage deductions, you get a nice form from the a company that handles your mortgage at the end of the year. So a lot of these things are one time. Obviously, if you're in business for yourself, it gets a little more complicated. The seeds, the mileage, oh my God. Oh, last thing I wanted to mention was the charitable deductions too. Because if you can get to that $12,000 number, I mean, that's really where it becomes very, very favorable for you.
We got to leave it there, Joe.
Yeah,
nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you,
Joe Gallagher.
Thank you.
Okay, still ahead on WUSA 9.